Hi, in this final lesson of the Ruby code stage of the Ruby Basics course of Rails Karate, that sounds so long, we are going to talk about two modules called Enumerable and Comparable. Enumerable is a module that has a lot of methods. Those methods include searching, sorting, iteration, and more. In this lesson, we'll talk about how to implement enumerable and its methods more and its most common methods. But we invite you to read the documentation of enumerable module, where you will find all the methods you can use for enumerable. Here are all the methods. There are a ton of methods here you can use, so take a look at these methods and tell us which one. Well, at the end of this lesson you can take a look to these and tell us in the comments which methods you found useful, how did you implement them, and what you learned in this documentation. On the other hand, we have the comparable module. This module can be implemented in classes which objects or which instances can be compared. In this lesson, we'll see how we can use this comparable module. However, you should also take a look to the documentation of comparable module. Here you will find in depth how this module works and all the things you can do, these comparisons. We're going to talk about this module after we talk about enumerable. So first, let's work on our bank account, our well-known bank account class. I'm going to show you what we have here. We have our bank account. We have two attribute readers for transactions and name. We are including comparable and enumerable here. Both modules are included here in our class. We have an initialize method. We have a deposit method. Well, we have withdraw balance. We have an each method that we did the last time. I'm going to explain you further what does it mean. However, I'm not going to explain all what this stuff is doing, because if you have been following along with this course, you should get familiar with this class. So let's go to the matter, to what really matters here, and is that we are including both modules here. So these includes are going to allow us to work with the methods of both modules. So let's start with enumerable. So let's go to the documentation of enumerable and read a little bit. So it says enumerables, collection classes, several universal searching methods. Okay, sorting. The class must provide a method each. Okay, method each, which yields successive members of the collection. Okay, and if the enumerable max means or is used, the objects in the collection must also implement a meaningful operator. So this one. Okay, so what in few words that here is saying, we have two requirements in order to implement to make full use of enumerable module. The first one is the each method that we already have here. It says yield an object of the collection. In this case, we are iterating over transactions and yielding each transaction. That's okay for this case. And it says we also need this method implemented. Why do we need this method? Because with this method we define how our objects are going to be sorted based in what. So let's create this method right now. You're going to understand further once we create it. Okay, so if you remember the comparisons, and we did a lesson about these comparisons, number comparisons. This can help us to sort any kind of data. And so basically we are saying with this function how objects or instances of this class must be sorted. So we sort the current object and its balance, and we sorted in ascending order based on older accounts balance. So it is basically what we are doing here. Let's take a look to the balance method. Here we have the balance method. We are making an inject here. We basically are iterating over the transactions and making a sum of all the transactions so we can get the current balance of the account. This inject method is a method of enumerable. Let's take a look. Here is the inject. All this stuff is about inject, only this part here. We use it for sum, for make a sum, an iterating sum over an array. I left this to you understand how this method is working. In this case it's pretty simple, so that's an exercise for you. So take a look at the documentation, what it says. Okay, so we get the current balance of the account and we compare the balance of an account and another account. So with this method implemented and the each method here, we can now make full use of enumerable for this class. Now that we can use this method, let's try to sort some instances of the class. I have here 3 accounts, each account with different deposits. So the first one is 500, 10 and 5. So if we sort this, we shall get first 5, second 10 and third 500. So let's take a look what happened if I create an array. Okay, and I say array.push account 1, account 2. Okay, I'm pushing all these objects to this array, and let's say put array.sort. So sort is a method of enumerable. Here is the sort method. So take a look to this. We have also the sort by, but in this case we are going to use sort, only sort. So sort is going to use this method in order to sort our accounts. So let's see what's printing right here. Okay, as you can see, Ruby printed 3 objects. This is the way how Ruby prints objects. It prints the name of the class, the object is instantiating, followed by a colon and memory position. But as you can see here, this is not very useful because we don't know exactly which account we are talking about here. So we need to implement a toS method for tell Ruby how these objects of this class should be printed out to the screen. So let's say this is the toS method. Here we're going to say, okay, let's print this. So name followed by name followed by balance. Okay, that's great. So let's see how it's going to print now. Okay, that's much better. So we have here our 3 accounts sorted from lower to high and low to high, because that's what we specify here. So if we want to reverse the sorting, we just can call the reverse method. So we're going to sort from high to low, and that's what we get, from high to lowest value here. We are here sorting, but with enumerable we can also search. let's say that we want to search all the accounts that have a balance greater than or equal to 10. So I'm going to delete this. We don't need this anymore. I'm going to say puts. Oops, I deleted the array, but we still need the array. Okay, I'm going to say puts array dot find all. Let's say find an account, and the account must be balance greater than or equal, greater than or equal to 10. That's the condition, and all the accounts that meet this condition will pass and will be printed here. So only should be printed 2 accounts. Okay, we have the 2 accounts that have a balance greater than or equal to 10. And if you can take a look here to find all, here we have the find all method and how it's working, and we have an example here, and that's what we are doing here. And this is an enumerable method. There are tons of methods here in the enumerable. There are a lot. So take a look to this documentation, try some other examples, some other methods with our bank account class, and let us know in the comments what you could learn, what you could discover here in this documentation, so others will learn too what you did. Alright, now we're going to talk about the comparable module. This module lets us make conventional comparisons in like greater than, less than, equal to, greater than or equal to. Okay, those the unique must is that we need to implement to have defined this method. This is the unique must, and we just need to include the comparable module. And if we have this method defined, we already know how to sort objects of this class. We get all the other methods for free. So let me show you. I'm going to compare 2 accounts here. Okay, so if account 1 greater than account 2, else I'm going to add something here. So I'm inputs, okay, account 1 dot name has more money than account 2 dot name. Okay, we have here, if this is false, so account 2 dot name. Okay, I can just copy and paste this. So if this is fake, this is false, we are going just to make this the contrary, the opposite. Okay, so let's see how we can compare these. So account 1 in this case has $500 and account 2 has only 10. So in this case, this should be true because account 1 is greater than account 2 due to its balance. Okay. Account 1 is Sebastian Volante's account and has more money than Charles Grove's account. That's correct. So again, how we already have defined here how to sort objects. Ruby knows, when including the compare module, now Ruby knows how we can say that something is greater than something else. I mean, talking about bank account instances. That's why we can use these methods for free. These methods, when I say methods, I say to this greater than, less than. Okay. But in addition to the conventional comparison methods, we have another new method called between. So let me show you. Between says if an object is between other 2 objects. In this case, for example, account 1 has $500, account 3 has 5. So this means account 2 is between these two accounts. So because, well, it is in the middle. Well, it's not because it's in the middle declared here, created. No, we can just, for example, say this, and this will still be in the middle of these two. Okay, so let's say, for example, let me show you. If account 2, I mean this account, let's say it's between account 3, account 1, is between account 3 and account 1, puts account 2 is between account 1 and 3, else puts account 2 is not between. Oh, oops, it's I mean account 3 and 1. Okay, so let's say, let's run. Okay, forget to close the if. Okay, so let's run this and see what happens. And it says account 2 is between account 3 and 1. So now let's change this. For example, account 1 is between account 2 and 3. That's fake because account 1 it has $500. So we should see account 1 is not between account 2 and 3. Okay, just leave it like this. I'm sure this is not going to be printed anyway. So okay, account 1 is not between account 2 and 3, and that's it. If you take a look at the comparable documentation, we have here how to use the between method, and also how the other methods are working and how to use them. And this is the basics of using these two modules. However, take a look to the documentation and let us know in the comments what you could learn. In this stage of Ruby code, we have learned how to use the most important classes and modules and libraries of the Ruby core. These are the basics that you need for master the Ruby language, and that's what you need if you want to be, I mean that's what you need to master if you want to be an excellent Ruby on Rails developer. The next stage of the Ruby Basics course will be about testing, about Ruby testing, and this is going to be the last stage of this course. So if you have come this far, congratulations. You are about one stage of this course for become for have all the basis for all the foundations for master the Ruby language. In the next stage, we are going to be talking about test-driven development, TDD, for Ruby. We're going to learn the most important gems and libraries that are used for make testing in Ruby. Later on, we'll see it in action in Ruby on Rails, how to make TDD Ruby on Rails. That will be amazing, really. As always, at the end of our stages and of some lessons, we have created a short Ruby quiz for you, so don't forget to take it. It is there in an annotation of the video or in the description below of this video, or if you are watching this video on racekarate.com, the link is at the end of the article. Don't forget to follow me on Bastionbelandia, Twitter, Race Karate on Twitter too. We're also on Facebook. Go to racekarate.com, you will find the transcript of this video and all the lessons we have made these so far. And if you like this video, click the like button. That will help us a lot. Also, thanks for subscribing to our channel. We make this content for you, so thanks a lot. See you in the next stage, Ruby testing. Bye bye.